G'day guys, welcome to another Tuesday night in the man cave. Hope everybody had a fantastic week. So what we got going on in this bloody video is one of Nay's man cave crates. You may have seen them. I start to turn one into a chest just as a bit of a project, bit of a muck around. I also do the bow and arrow, the bow bloody thing that I was did all that camo paint on. I finished the job by painting that middle bit and it's all done and dusted. I'll show you a bit what I've got done on that wood stove. I've got a little bit further, but you'll find it. I'll talk about this trip that I've got coming up, but you'll hear about that anyway. Front fender, so the DR650, I put that front fender brace on there. Well, the bag that I've been waiting on, that's coming from bloody on the slow boat from China, finally turned up. So I give you a show of what I've done there and what I'm using it for and blah blah blah. I carry on like I normally do. What else have we got going on? Oh, I get a sticker, another sticker for the worldwide sticker board, and it's from Billy Four Rocks in the UK. I think that's about it, guys, and I'll most probably chat about some other bits and pieces at the end of the video. All right, let's get into that chest man cave crate thingy. All right, go. Rightio guys, so I've got another little bloody side project. What I've got is the man cave crate that Nay makes, and she sells these. She's sold a few of them, but they're a bit of a slow sell because she's used all this proper pine stuff. When you look on the internet, you see these man crates, and what they do is they make them all totally out of the what do you call it? What is it? Plywood. They make it out of the whole thing, even all these strips. It makes it, to me, it looks pretty bloody dodgy, but it's the cheap way of doing it. So, because they're quite pricey, they don't sell that well. Anyway, so she sells this box. I'll show you in a minute. And then she sells these little mini, what do you call it? What do you call that? Oh, God, my bloody head is going crazy. Little Jimmy bar. And you have some nails. So the idea of it is, this is wrapping paper. So if you've got someone a present, you put it in there, hammer down the nail so it's shut, and then they get it with this, and then they've got to jimmy it open, and hey presto, there's the present. Bloody great idea. So I've grabbed one of these, and what I want to do is just, I don't know, try and I'm gonna stain it all up, maybe sand some corners down and bits and pieces. I've got some hinges, so what I want to do is have this so it's a hinged open like that. Put up maybe a like a latch, so the latch will go on here, which I'll be able to padlock through there. I don't know what else I want to do to it, and then I want to do some stuff on the inside. I'll bring you over. So yeah, on the inside, I don't know whether I'll put dividers or bits and pieces, or it'll have a tray type of system in there where you lift it up and then there's more stuff underneath. You know, it might be a like a survival kit, or a, bloody whatever, depending on, it might be full of alcohol, it might have tools in it, who knows, it might have survival items, packs of cards, whatever. That's the idea anyway. So I'm gonna get stuck into this. I'm gonna put the hinges on first, and I want to do that latch, and then we'll start doing some sanding and then doing some bloody blah blah blah. Rightio, so first things first, this is basically what it is at the moment. That, and then we've got that crate basically. Cool, let's get these hinges on. Rightio guys, so get these hinges on. Now I know there's lots of different ways that I can put them. I could have it so that they're hidden in there, but I want these to, I want to be able to see the hinges, that old style look, I suppose. Now I'm just going to line these up. Rightio guys, so the hinges are on. That is now a hinged thing. I didn't show you the whole thing because the screws didn't match the hinge, like the beveled out bit, the countersunk. The screws that they supplied with those hinges didn't. I'll show you. You can see on there, aren't they don't fit. They're not a perfect fit. Buying cheap shit from Bunnings, I suppose. Anyway, there you go. So that's them on the outside, rough and ready. Let's see if actually that one might go in a little bit more. No. I may change some of the screws out, I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, there you go. So that's it. Beautiful. So now I've got to do that latch. Thought I had the bloody camera recording and I didn't. So I'm just screwing these in. I'm not using the drill for these. Just doing it the old-fashioned way. And it's working perfectly. And the other thing is that the screws match this, so they're nice and flush, whereas those other ones weren't, which is anyway. Cool, so now got to put this latch on. Work out where it's got to sit. How am I going to do that? Damn it. How do I do that, guys? How do I can't get into it. Put it, of course, do it this way. Move you guys up a bit. Somebody out there was telling me to do this. So that there, and then if I just get my finger out of the way so you guys can see. There you go. Whoa, don't do this. That looks straight, that looks straight. Now hopefully I should be able to just put these in. There. I reckon that should be pretty good at that. Booyah! Done! Love it! Rightio guys, so now what I'm going to do is do a bit of sanding on it and just going to knock those really sharp corners off. So take it from being more of a crate to maybe a chest. Rightio guys, so I've smoothed up all the edges, the insides, the outsides, the whole lot. Gave it a quick thing. Now, Nae's found me some old stain and varnish. It's water-based stuff. It's Jarrah. It's that reddy kind of colour stuff which she doesn't like. I tell you what, it took me quite a bit to get the lid off. I'm just going to rag it on and we'll see what comes up. Definitely got a red tinge to it. Alright, I'll get into it and come back to you. Rightio guys, so there you go. It is all now stained up, inside, outside, underneath. I'll bring you down. Alright, so there you go. So I can still see the man crate stuff on it. It's got quite, I don't know if it's showing up in the video, it's got quite a red, it's Jarrah red, so it's going to have that red tinge to it. Which I think is just going to make it, it's making it older looking, like chesty, which is what I was after. There you go. So that's the base coat. I'll most probably do other bits and pieces just to kind of like, I don't know, give it some texture and stuff like that. And then we're going to start on the inside and working out what I'm going to put in here and how I do that. Cool, but for now, let's get back to Man Cave Tuesday. Sorry guys, I just went a little bit further and I wanted to get it into this Man Cave Tuesday. So, all stained, and now, ta-da! So I've got a string there that stops that from going all the way back. And check this out. Got some elastics on here. So you can have your bike magazines in there. Whack it back in. Not too bloody shabby. So, maybe this might be a motorcycle survival kit bullshit, obviously. Might get some, I don't know, bottle of Jim Beam, some peanuts, I don't know. I'll figure out some bullshit to put in there. Yeah, so there you go. All right, now back to Man Cave Tuesday. Oh, guys, it's so exciting. All right, get into the bow and arrow thing. Rightio, guys, so I've got me black, flat, matte, whatever the hell you want to call it, paint. I've prepped all this up. It's had a light sand, metho to clean it all up. Let's just get into it. Geez, wow, I've got to be careful. Can't linger on there too long. Very close to getting a run, but I didn't. Rightio, guys, so this has now all been painted with the black. It's got clear coats on it. Oh, Nae's going, come on, let's go, let's go. She wants to go to Bunnings. I've got to be quick. So now, basically, I've got to wait for it all to dry, which I've got to I'll let it go for a couple of days before I actually attach anything to it. So I reckon, well, it's black. That's it. Cool. It should be should turn out all right. Next time I come back to you, it'll all be done and put back together. Cool. Rightio, guys. So here it is. This is the end product. Hopefully, this is going to come. I wanted to do this at bloody daytime, but I'm getting ready for a big adventure trip, heading out into the, what do you call it, the outback. Booyah. So there you go. Oh, Jesus, I stepped on the dog. So that is a done deal. Cool, I'm really happy with it. I came up, it looks more manly rather than girly, and that was the main thing, plus just having a bit of fun, mucking around doing stuff. All right. So I was going to take out and do some, what do you call it, practice shots with tins and bits and pieces out in the bush, but I'm running out of bloody time. So we're not going to go back to Man Cave. I'm going to continue talking. You can see Max is here. He's been, his oil's been changed. Everything's been checked on it. I'm currently got it up on a jack. I'll talk as I move his around. So yeah, Max is here. He's all been washed. He's been serviced. I've just got to tighten up this chain because it's a little bit loose, and that's that hole. I'm starting to run out of room here, but that'll be enough. I should have taken, when I changed this chain, I should have taken that one link out. Some people had mentioned it, but it's all right. We're still surviving at the moment. So yeah, he's all been SC1. I tell you what, that SC1 stuff, which is that, no, I'm not sponsored by it. Just always amazes me how it brings up any bike, obviously, and especially Max. So just got to tighten up that chain, check the air pressures, then I've got to put all the bags and bits and pieces on there, ready for this trip. Now I'll tell you about this trip in a minute. I just want to bring you over and show you. I got this front fender put on. I finally got this bag, which came from China, so I'm going to put you back up on the tripod. Alright, so hopefully you can see that. So that's, I put this front fender on, and I've been waiting for this bag, and this bag has worked out really good. So it's just a cheap Chinese. Now I've put that on there, and I'll show you why. Take it off, use these gotcha straps to strap it down quickly like that. What I had was this issue. Of course there's SC1 on there, so it makes everything nice and slippery anyway, but that was still doing it before I had the SC1 on there. Now the main reason why I wanted this bag up here is to hold my, I'll open it up for you, that is an air compressor, so stop and go. A lot of you guys might have known the Tomcat. They've stopped making the Tomcat. You can get the same, they're all the same thing, it's just branded stop and go. So that's to carry that in there. Now I do have another bag which is a little bit bigger,
But at this stage, I only wanted to carry this because this was the one thing that I didn't have. So when I'm out on max in the bush, just locally and just, you know, not going far, and I don't have all my bags on, the one thing that I'd have to, I didn't have was an air compressor or a way of pumping up my tyres. Now I know you can use those little bloody air CO2 ones. So I'd have all my tools. So without any bags on, in this tool box here, little tube which goes all the way down there, so that was handmade by me. That has all my tools to undo all the nuts. It's got wire, it's got slime, it's got quick steel. I can take my tyres off. It's got patch repair. It's got bloody everything, spare fuses, things to check gaps on. I can just basically do the majority of stuff apart from pulling down a motor. So that was really good. I've got here, which is my my prop thing that I made out of a walking stick. So if I need to change tyres or whatever, I can do that on the rear and also on the front. But my one thing, and obviously up here I carry, that's 500 mils of oil, so it's just got to strap there. It won't go bloody anywhere. That's, yeah, you can see it's just strapped around there. So that's my bags go over there, so that's not in the way at all. But yeah, I didn't have a way of pumping up my tyres apart from getting those little things and sticking them in there, because I could have mostly done that. But I like using the air compressor. I don't have to keep buying new things. It's just there. I can pump, I can stop, I can redo it. I can do it as many times as I want. So now, that was the main thing. So now I can have max without any bags on, go into the bush, and I've got the option to pump him up. Cool, you following me, or am I just rambling on? Alright, so I was talking about this thing. So that's one of those things that you put under rugs in hallways or whatever, and it stops things from slipping. So I'll put you back up on the tripod. Rightio, so put this back in here. I know there's special bags that clip and all that kind of stuff, but you know me, I like mucking around with stuff. So I just put that on there. That just sits on there, push that up. These just sit there. Good old gotcha straps. Pull that down. Back on your second one. Like that. And that's, yeah, I'm really pushing on that to move it, but that's that should work like that. And I don't think this is going to wriggle and fall out. The way I can see that that's grabbed on there. I could feed these through these loops if that becomes a problem. Now with this big trip that I'm doing, that's going to be a test for that. You guys know I love testing stuff, so I want to do it that way. If I do find that it comes off, well hopefully it doesn't come off, or I notice that it might come off, I can then swip it through there. It's just, it looks neater that way, that's all. Rightio, so I'm telling you about this this trip. So Alistair texted me saying, hey Mark, we've got the long weekend coming up, do you want to go for a ride? I went, hell yeah, let's go to Cameron's Corner. So a lot of you guys don't know, Cameron's Corner is in the middle, out in the outback. It's, I don't know how many k's. Bendigo's here, and Cameron's Corner is all the way up there. I don't know, it's like a bloody thousand k's. I don't know. It's going to be an absolute big push to get up there. We've got some different routes, and when we're coming back, going through different ways. But yeah, so we're all in a bit of a rush because Nay's coming with us, so she's going to be driving in the Jeep, no trailer, just the Jeep. She's just tagging along, coming for a ride. She wants to go up and see bloody Cameron's Corner because she hasn't been there. Alistair hasn't been there. In actual fact, Alistair hasn't been north of when we did that one there. That hasn't been north of there. Obviously, he's been up in that area when he used to live up there, but now that he's down here, you know what I'm talking about. Cool. So today I've changed the oil on the Jeep, done all bloody max. Tomorrow I'm going to be working on the Jeep, getting it all set and ready to carry all the bits and pieces.
Me and Alistair are going to still pack the bikes like we normally would, but we'll have some extra, obviously, comfort stuff that's going to be just jammed into the Jeep. It'll also be able to carry petrol because there's some really big distances that we've got to do. Max won't be a problem. I can do the distances without a problem. The Jeep and Alistair won't, so they'll have the extra fuel for them. Cool, so there you go. So obviously we're going to bring you guys with us, and there will be a video popping out of that. Anyway, there you go. So I just got to get back and keep on going. I've got to get all the other bags put on this. I've got to fill up the petrol, do that chain, then I can just put him away, and then tomorrow I can concentrate on getting the Jeep bloody done. Cool. All right, back to Man Cave Tuesday. Rightio guys, sorry. In the Jeep, I'm bloody getting stuff done for this trip. Where we go? The wood stove. Let's check out the wood stove. Rightio guys, so I haven't done much more on this wood stove, but I do have the hinges on there for this door. So there you go. Look at that. Geez, this door comes so far out. I actually like it, and actually Nay said she loved it, so that's the main thing. So that's now all done. I might bring you down for a closer look at that. So there you go. Open her up. Way out if we want to. Beautiful. Right, so now I was talking about this being the air damper and also the tray. I've changed my mind. I seen someone on YouTube. I'm going to cut a hole in there, take that out, and then I'll have a slide that basically closes it up. I'll have a little handle, and then I'll be able to pull that out. All that ash will dump out into a metal bucket, and then close that back up. And then this part here, what I'm going to do, this is aluminium. I won't use aluminium obviously, but I'm going to create a thing there, one there either side. So I'm creating a square bit, and then what I'll do is I'll have a slide which will have little holes in there, and that should work as the air damper. So now that I was talking about putting a baffle in there and having this as an air inlet, so I'm going to close that hole off. What I'm going to do is run a pipe. So can you see that stuff? I was using that to heat water on the fire for the pool. What I'm going to do is, this is copper wire. That's going to go over here, and it's going to run down along the side of this to the bottom. Someone was saying about it would be letting smoke out, but with that system, it'll draw air in at the bottom. As it comes up here and into there, this copper pipe is going to get heated up and heat the air, so that when it goes in there, it'll blow up, or whatever you want to say, hopefully in there. Righto, so I've got to put legs on this thing. I'm going to use this box tubing, and basically I'm going to have 3 legs, so it'll mean that it's always going to be level. Jeez, wind's kicking up. Yeah, I got this off Matt. Matt had this laying around, so he's given that to me. So that's a bloody ripper, getting it for free. So we've got all that to do. I'm just not doing anything at the moment because I've got this big trip, and I've got a lot of preparation and bloody research and bits and pieces to make sure I don't get us bloody lost or bloody stranded somewhere. All right, I think that's it, guys. Let's get back to the man cave. Rightio, guys. As you can see, we've had lamb chops for dinner. And Pookie seems to be quite enjoying them. Hey, Pooks. Oi. Hello. Missy. You enjoying them? Thank you. Crazy. All right, where are we going now? The sticker for the sticker board. Rightio, guys, so we've got another bloody sticker for the old sticker board. Now, this is coming from Billy 4 Rocks. So we've got it right up. We have one of his YouTube stickers. Oh, just... cheers for all the great vids, Billy. Ha! I didn't notice that on there. There's another cool looking sticker. And AEST Cafe. Cool. Alright, short lookers on. G'day Mark and Nay, hope you are both well. Quick explanation of the stickers. The B4R is for my Billy 4 Rocks YouTube page, and the AEST Cafe is a very famous biker haunt that is based in North London, where I live, and has been around since the 1930s. Their bacon sarnies are bloody ripper. Sarnies, now I had to look up sarnies and that's obviously sandwiches. Here in Australia we call them sangers. Bloody crazy. And yeah, I knew about AEST Cafe, obviously. I want to say a huge thank you for the time and effort you put into your videos. They're hugely entertaining, and best of all, you actually learn something now and again. Cheers, Duvalakis. I love the Aussie slang, is what he's got there. All the best, Billy 4 Rocks. Bloody ripper, Billy, thanks heaps, mate. That's awesome. So, what we'll do is I reckon we'll whack that one up on there, and then we'll whack these ones in the man cave. Rightio, so in the UK, in the big tangled mess, and the sticker, there it is, Billy 4 Rocks. Thanks heaps, Billy. Now we'll whack up those other stickers. Rightio, so the first sticker is in the workshop, so I've put that one up there. And the man cave, what do we got? We got over here, Billy 4 Rocks, and the AEST Cafe is up there. Cool as shit. Righto, thanks Billy. Back to Man Cave Tuesday. Rightio guys, so Nate's just been over here telling me this is what I should be doing. So I'll tell you what this is, but this is the man-sized tissue box in Nate's world. That's what it is it's a jerry can holder. Single jerry can holder. I've got 2 jerrys on top, and they have a special jerry can holder, but we need 3, and I don't want to have them inside the Jeep. And normally we're always running with the trailer, like when we do the rambles and stuff like that, which all have the carrier stuff. We're never not just, you know what I'm talking about. So instead of just strapping it there, I wanted to make something that would sit in there and be all safe, and I just put 2 gotcha straps around it. So I've just got some plywood and build a box, cut out a hole so the water can drain through, and also so that the seam, it all sits in there flush. Now on top of the Jeep, on the rack, on the bottom is a woven type of, like a security door thing. So what I've done is, hopefully you can see that, so I've got that one there, and then that one on there. So I've just designed it so that when I put that on, that fits in and slots in there, so I can't move. And I've also got this up against the side rail. So it works bloody brilliant. I mean, it's not a permanent thing. It's made out of wood. I've put some bloody quick coat of paint on it. It's just a temporary thing. But that, with a couple of gotcha straps tied over, that will be bloody sweet. Cost me $16 for the plywood. And I tell you, out of the leftover plywood, I built a, I was going to take this table with us in the Jeep, and I thought, oh, it's a bit of overkill. We just kind of like need a little bench so that when we pull up somewhere, we can put the bloody cooker on there and make some cuppers and all that kind of stuff. So with the leftover plywood, just a square space, probably about that by about that. Drilled 4 holes, put some paracord through it, a couple of hooks. So I'll hook it on top of the bloody, what do you call it, the roof rack, and it hangs down up against the Jeep. Perfect, bloody. You'll see that in the video anyway. I'll show it to you. It's too dark out there now to be showing that stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to stop babbling on. That is Man Cave Tuesday done and dusted. I will have something out on next Tuesday, and hopefully next week I should be able to have out a video of that trip, just depending on how much there is in that kind of stuff. So, all right, guys, hope you all have a great week. And remember, keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.